generation of immigrant parents, and I'm a very proud British-born Chinese, aka BBC for short. ABG on this side.
ABG on this side. Okay, we like that. So what does home mean to you?
Doesn't necessarily have to be a place. It could just be how you feel around people that makes it feel like home. Yeah, wherever you just feel comfortable, and it's just a feeling that makes it feel like you're at home, even though you're not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Like, you could be around a bunch of people, your friends, and it just feels like home. It doesn't necessarily matter where I am. I can kind of make anywhere feel like my home if I'm around the right people, the right vibes, the right energy. Just anywhere that you're comfortable. That's home to me.
So how was it growing up as a British-born Chinese girl in London?
I think for the most part, like, I truly think that I had an amazing childhood.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed going to school, and my grandparents basically raised me, and I basically lived with them because my parents were always working, like most Asian immigrant parents. And at the time, my parents had a takeaway. Yeah, I barely got to see my parents, actually. They were always working. You would get, like, the comments at school. They would be like, ching chong.
Yeah, I think we all did.
Yeah, they would, like, slant their eyes at you. I remember I used to, like, go home and cry about it.
No.
I used to be so upset because, you know, like, when they slant their eyes, you start to think, like, oh shit, my eyes actually look like that.
Boy, your eyes are pretty big, though.
I know, but I think when I was younger, my eyes were quite small. And I used to hate being Chinese. Hate
Really?
it so much. Yeah.
Just because of the way that other people perceived you.
Yeah, and how they made me feel at school. I used to hate standing out because I started, like, associating that with being different, and that was a bad thing. Especially at school, where you look around and nobody really looks like you. So I've always struggled with trying to fit in. I never, like, understood why I was always the only Asian kid in my class.
Yeah.
Like, throughout my whole school life, up until, like, sixth form, I was the only Asian kid in my class.
I think that's the same with a lot of, like, immigrant children.
Yeah. You start to just hate your culture, and it's so bad. Because we're not really taught to embrace it.
Yeah.
Especially at school, when it's like nobody looks like you.
Yeah.
You're just
of
made
course.
fun of being different. I think when I was younger, my family helped me a lot with feeling at home. Because you know me, like, I have a massive family.
You do.
Every time I was around them, it made me feel better about my heritage and my culture. Yeah, my grandma used to say, like, oh, when I was younger, my Cantonese used to be so good. And now that I'm older, like, I've forgotten it all. And it's so sad. Like, your environment can make you feel like you don't want to be part of your culture anymore. Since I've gotten older, I've been trying to, like, get back to my roots, wanting to learn more about my history and, like, where my parents are from, how they grew up. My parents were actually born in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, asking my grandma, I was like, so have you always been in Vietnam? Or was their parents immigrants too? And she just tells me, like, oh, I'm not sure, like, I don't really know. But my whole life, I kind of grew up Chinese, but I always knew that we wasn't from China, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of interesting because my mum doesn't really know if her grandparents were born in China or Vietnam and so on. So yeah, I guess I would say I'm Chinese Vietnamese, but more so Chinese. Chinatown was such a big
Chinatown, yeah.
Chinatown was such a big kind of place for me because I always used to associate Chinatown with like bubble tea growing up, and I always thought it was like a treat. It was also one of the first places that I saw Asian culture being embraced outside that, you know, wasn't my own family. So it was really cool. I loved it every single time that I went when I was younger. And now it's like I go there almost every week. Yeah, I feel like you're too young if you don't remember the photo booths in Chinatown. I just love London and how there's always something to do here, and it can be so spontaneous and you just never really know what could happen. The atmosphere, the vibes, I feel like they're just unmatched from anywhere else I've been.
Yes, I remember when I was younger, I was like, it would have been much easier if I was just like born English.
I used to wish that too.
Like, yeah, if I just looked like everyone else, like, I thought it would have made things like a bit easier. Like, just in terms of like my relationships with like all the other kids and stuff like that. But yeah, of course now, like, I realize that's not the right mindset to have, and like you should always be proud of where you come from.
Now I'm standing alone in the rain, like the kind of movies that we used to play. Wish I could take back the time. I know this time it's real. Think that I'm singing this song. I hate that I had to be strong. Hate that you're gone. I hate all my flaws.